Like 2018, I think. 2017 or 2018, we met. At the bike race was the first day that I met you. Yeah. And we were right next to each other, and there was a absolute downpour at one point. Remember? And the water was just like rushing by our tents.
We had tents.
And you gave me beer.
Looks like we're live on Facebook. Matt Greenick, Locker Real Estate. We're live. I see a couple people joining in.
All right, here I am now.
We're live on YouTube, Porchcast Pottstown. We have some good news about Porchcast Pottstown, which is our YouTube channel. Porchcast Pottstown on YouTube.
We do.
Guess what we did?
It's very exciting.
We finally
Why can I
got
not-
100 subscribers
There we go.
on Porchcast Pottstown on YouTube.
We've only been begging for it for like, I don't know. When did
A
you
year.
when did you set up? Is that is that when you set up the
Probably. It was
yeah?
a few months into the show
Okay.
where I set it up.
I think it was over the summer, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening, let us know how our sound sounds.
I've got a new mic stand for me, so I'm trying to work it out and adjust it here. Check.
I made a couple of adjustments to the soundboard because people said that they were having a hard time hearing us. Thanks for
Last
tuning
week,
in.
yeah.
Andrew Monastra subscribed
Why can I
on
not see
YouTube,
the,
Porchcast
there we
Pottstown.
go.
Thanks for subscribing. Judy Green,
Yep.
thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
Nicole Vickers-Matz says, sounds great.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's
Thank
good
you.
feedback.
Hi, Tammy. How you doing, kiddo? Hope you're feeling okay.
Good sound. Mary
Excellent.
Ann Balsano Brangascio.
Very nice. Well done. Well done.
It's only taken me 2 years, but I finally know how to say it.
Excellent. Yes. Going up to see my parents this weekend, having a weekend at the beach.
Nice.
Yes, looking forward to it. This is our annual Labor Day trip to the beach. Meeting my college roommate, Susie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Labor Day. I keep forgetting that it's Labor Day. Like,
Labor Day. You want to give us a little history of Labor
Well,
Day?
it's to commemorate the achievements and the sacrifices that were made by our forefathers in the labor movement.
Right.
You know, things like child labor laws.
Right. 40-hour work
40-hour work
no,
week.
like 5 days. No 6-7 day work.
Overtime pay.
Right.
Vacation pay.
Right.
All of these things. What's interesting is that people literally died for this stuff.
Really?
There was labor wars
Okay.
that were fought between labor and management.
Is that like the Sharks and the Jets?
Yeah. Well, they would bring in organizations like the Pinkertons. Mm-hmm. They used the Pinkertons to try to bust the coal miners.
I don't know who those were.
They were private detectives.
Okay.
That were hired by corporations in order to fight the labor unions. And when I mean fight, like pistols, bombs, guns, machine guns.
Right.
And they went to war. Molly Maguire's.
Yes.
Everybody knows the
Right.
bar, right?
Right.
Molly Maguire's.
Yeah.
Well, that's named after the Irish laborers who formed some of the unions in the mines.
Right.
The Molly Maguires were literally killed by Pinkertons. So that's Labor Day.
Yeah.
There was.
It's not just picnics.
It's not. It's really a commemoration of the sacrifices that labor has made in order to make our lives better.
Yeah, and the successes that they had in order to exactly make our lives better and not be taken advantage of as
Improve
workers.
the workplace, right? I
Right.
think that's important stuff.
Definitely.
Especially in modern times when we look about the fight for 15 and people want better pay and benefits, and we have owners of huge corporations that have enough money in their pockets to launch themselves into outer space.
Ridiculous.
Meanwhile, some of their employees are eligible for welfare.
Or their employees are working 12-hour shifts without going to the bathroom because they have ridiculous quotas.
Right.
Right. So there's still work to be done. Oh, there's Brooke Martin.
Andrew Monastra saying he shared the show with a few people from Delco. That brings me to my other point. In addition to subscribing on YouTube, while we're on the air, please share the show.
Please.
Like the show.
Helps our
And
algorithm.
It does help our that thing that you said.
Algorithm.
And here's another thing that happens. the comments, we watch the comments, and that helps the show be better. The show doesn't work without class participation, folks. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody is graded on participation.
Even the classless.
Yes.
The top fan badge is still on, so if you make enough comments
Seen
during
any
the show, you'll
top
get your top
fans.
fan badge.
Yes. Hello. Gail Wolf is watching. Hello. Tammy, I'm glad you guys are feeling better. All right. So it's an extra long weekend for me. Extra long, actually, because I'm taking tomorrow off, going to the beach, and then we get back on Monday, and then it's Rosh Hashanah. So I'll be out of the office for a couple of days for Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year. So it's very, very early this year. So it will be an extra long weekend. Hope everyone's got some nice plans. I hope that the weather is nice. Speaking of weather.
Speaking of weather,
It's beautiful today.
it's a great day.
It's perfect. I walked out this morning and I was like, a little chilly.
Yesterday,
I needed a cardigan like my friend Bill Brogley.
William Paul
Thank you, Nicole.
Broglie,
Appreciate that.
Esquire.
Yes, Bill is here in his cardigan, looking like Mr. Rogers.
We have a couple of Porchtonians on location at Pub. We're shooting from Pottstown United Brewing Company. You can
Excellent.
come on down and join Deb Penrod. William Paul Broglie.
Hello,
Esquire.
Jim Kane.
And Brooke Martin is in attendance tonight.
Jim is going to watch the Pitt home opener. Excellent. If you have an extra couple of minutes, go up to Shadyside and see my child. He'll take you out for some noodles.
Aram Ecker is working on Andrew Monaster's hot water heater, which got flooded.
Bummer.
Aram.
It's not looking good. Just
shit
don't get Aram talking if you got to pay by the hour.
Yeah. You might want to flat rate that job.
So my parents had so many hurricanes they lived through at their place in Connecticut. The basement is completely empty, and the hot water heater and furnace are slightly elevated. Oh, Shell Hallman making a rare appearance
To
on
what do we
Facebook.
owe
Hello, Shell.
This
Excellent.
appearance.
Thanks for tuning in. So how did everybody fare through the storm? We were fine at the top of the hill there on Hanover Street, although I know one of our neighbors got a bunch of water in her basement, which happens when the groundwater or the ground is really saturated and there's just like no place for the water to go. Got to go somewhere.
It's called hydrostatic pressure.
That sounds very physicsy.
That's the scientific term.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was when the water pressure builds up, it goes to the path of least resistance.
Sure.
And if that's a crack in
And
your
if that's a
basement,
150-year-old foundation, there it is.
there it goes.
Yeah. Only so much place for it to go. Yeah.
I'm working on, that's Susie Marcucci Kennedy,
Yeah.
our literary liaison to the show. And she's looking for a good recommendation for a waterproof expert, a basement waterproofer. Water.
Proof
I said it right.
expert. Apparently, I say water.
Good.
Apparently,
That's how it's supposed to be
I am
said.
now. Does that qualify me as OG?
You're now OG.
I'm now OG. I say water. When we were in Connecticut last year, my friend from Massachusetts said, "Somebody needs to turn their volume down over there, Bill Brogley or Deb, getting some reverb."
Yeah, somebody. So anyway,
Thank
Trinita
you.
Brand, thanks for tuning in.
Welcome
Our,
back, Trinita, world traveler.
One of our political liaisons.
Yes. So I think that some of our political folks were instrumental in getting some traffic signs up on one way. I think it was near where Tammy and Phil live, over on Oak Street, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Make yourselves heard. And
that has had to happen for a long time. But
Right.
the problem is, here, this is my problem with it.
Okay.
When you're trying to get out of the neighborhood that Chris, my girlfriend, lives in, because they already made Lincoln goes one way into Lincoln, so I can't go up that way. So I used to go up Evans to Oak and then get out. Now
Right.
I can't do that.
You're lost in that mire back
I'm
there?
completely.
Yeah.
There
You're-
are certain people who are now stuck. There's only one.
One way.
Yeah, there's only one way out of that neighborhood now, unless you cut down some alleys and stuff.
Right.
Just saying.
I can be tricky. Was going up Beach Street the other day, and there's a bunch of work being done, as there is all over town. So if everyone wants a preview of what it's going to be like when this infrastructure bill goes through, just like drive around Pottstown right now, because there's so much work going on everywhere. I think this is a preview of what it's going to be like once all the infrastructure stuff starts happening. Anyway, so I'm going up Beach, and I had to detour up north into Chicken Hill, and I'm like, oh, that's it. It's just going to add 10 minutes onto my trip to work because of all those one ways, like you were talking about, Matt.
Yeah. It's too many one ways.
Yeah.
And it's the way it is. It's kind of like a maze now. You're like landlocked.
A mire, even.
And I'm talking about getting out of Spruce Alley. It's Spruce Alley is the alley just to the east of Charlotte Street. And if you're trying to get off of Spruce Alley onto the main surface streets, there's now literally only one way you can get out of there.
Right.
Whereas before there was multiple ways out. Now there's
Isn't
only
that
one way out.
lyrics from a song?
One way out there?
Yeah, Allman Brothers.
Yes.
Only one way out.
Yeah, one way out there. Yeah.
If we weren't going to get shut down by the Facebook algorithm, we'd play that music, but we can't. We can't do that. So anyway, I hope everybody fared well. We know that there's a lot of Pottstown that is underwater. There was some water rescues, right, over by Total Rental.
Yes.
Which is there's always somebody. There's always somebody. So it's the Route 100, or is it the train track?
That's the Colebrookdale Spur.
The Colebrookdale Spur, that underpass, which is right near College Drive on the west side of High Street.
Yes.
And there's always somebody.
I just turned on the slideshow. So the very first slide that people are going to see are this area that we're talking about.
Oh, my goodness.
There are the two cars that got flooded out. That's right next to Total Rental.
So
where
this
College
is
Drive
yeah.
comes out.
So oh my goodness.
That's the Manatawny at King Street.
Yeah. So Pottsgrove Manor is up to the right there.
Yes.
Yep. And that's the King Street or Route 100 bridge. What bridge is that?
No, that was the first picture you saw is the King Street Bridge, looking towards Manatawny Memorial Park.
So all of that's the underpass at the college.
Yes. That's the parking lot at the college.
Yeah.
That's the train tracks down at Washington by where Ron Williams Indian Memorial is. So the water was almost up to the bottom of the train tracks there.
So my friend Jen Sager chimed in and said, it's bad when Pottstown makes the news down in Florida. So she saw it on the news down there.
So,
or Philadelphia did anyway.
I've been talking. I've got a lot of calls from my friends from around the area asking if we were okay here in Pottstown.
I had a friend of mine from Ohio was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
Yeah,
we're fine. Thanks for checking in."
So here's the deal. I just saw this. Chris Golden and I took a ride around town. That's where the pictures are. I took these pictures around 4:30.
So take a ride around town, but don't try to run through any water.
No, water. You're going to get stuck.
Yes.
But to my point, these are all recent pictures. I took these pictures within the last 2 hours, and the water is down from where it was.
Right. So at what point did it peak? Like
I'm not
2
sure.
o'clock, 3
like
o'clock?
Early in the morning, something
like
that.
I thought it was this afternoon that it peaked.
It could be.
Because there's still all that stuff running down from up.
Yeah.
Upstream. Yeah,
like
upstream.
Reading
Exactly.
And Schuylkill Haven.
Yeah. Yeah, the schools were, Pottstown was shut down. 2 o'clock, it crested this afternoon. Exeter and some other places to the west had early dismissal and a delayed opening. And Pottstown was closed all day today. So, So Trinita, are you saying Philadelphia, D.C., and Georgia was...
That's where she was traveling, I think.
It actually may not have crested yet.
Do you want to sit down? Do you have something to say?
Yes.
Hold on. I got to sit down.
All right, hold on. We've got the famous
Deb's going to
Deb
join us
Penrod.
on our open mic. Go ahead, Deb.
It actually
You don't have to get
It
that
actually
close.
may not have crested yet because if Blue Marsh Dam has to release more water from upriver, it may add a tremendous amount more to us. Right now, we're not yet back up to 17 feet in depth. We were started to go down about 11:30. It was at coming back down to 16 feet. It's been going back up again, closer towards 17 feet. And depending on what Blue Marsh has to do, we may end up going beyond what the projection would be, obviously.
And the projection was what, 19 and a half feet? That's what I saw.
I saw Chief Hand over about noon, and he was saying 18-ish.
18?
Yeah.
Wow.
Flood stage is 12.
Well,
so if we get to 18, we're 6
12
feet.
is the 12 is the point where you need to take action, such
Right.
as move out of the way.
Yeah, so that's a flood.
Well, no, the official definition of flood stage, depends on whether the sewers are backing up, whether the 724 is flooding,
Okay.
whether additional parts of Pottstown are flooding. And remember that because of the way the Manatani comes in, Manatani is a separate water system
Right.
than we are here. So even though we may not be at flood stage where I live, it's possible that if you're along the Manatani, that you are already well flooded.
What I thought was interesting was I tried to check the flood stages on the Manatani, and the gauge was removed in 2007. The Pottstown gauge on the Manatani was removed.
And when you mean the gauge, it's
The flood gauge.
It's just
The little
it's like
the
a
little brick house
that
sits on
Yeah.
on the other side of the Hanover Street Bridge.
Okay.
That's a U.S.
United
National,
States Geological Survey.
So what were the levels at during Agnes, for example, which is a point of reference for a lot of
I
folks?
don't know, but this was the point that I was getting ready to make.
Okay.
Right before the show, Chris and I went out to take those pictures for the slideshow because I knew everybody would want to talk about the flood today.
Right.
Right as I was getting ready to drive over here, I got a news flash from the Weather Channel, which said that this flood is the highest water in 150 years in Schuylkill. So that means, at least here in the Schuylkill,
it certainly means
we've
higher than Agnes.
surpassed
Yeah.
Agnes, because
Yeah.
Agnes was in 72.
Right.
Do our Porchcast Pottstown math,
Yeah.
that's not 150 years.
It's not even 50.
The highest.
No, it is.
Yeah.
The highest Schuylkill River level since the 18 whatever.
Yeah.
That's further on down towards the city.
All right.
That's not necessarily-
The Schuylkill. It's the Schuylkill.
But the
Right.
Schuylkill.
The river.
So
Deb, come on. You're killing me here.
So
You're killing me,
do
Smalls.
any of our Pottstown people? My mother-in-law is watching. Do you remember how high the water was during Agnes? Maybe between you and Jack,
High.
you can.
That
Get that.
information is available from the National Weather Service.
Yes. All right.
site,
Well, I'm not
so
gonna- I don't
will
wanna- can't
go get
Google it
that
right
and
now.
Bring it back to you.
Yeah.
Here we
Yes,
go.
it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna. So if anybody did see some of the pictures, 676 looks
Oh my
like
gosh.
a canal in Venice.
It was crazy. I thought that when I saw a picture of it, I thought you could see some cars there still on the road. So,
Those
did you
things
put it
were
up?
under like 50 feet of water.
Right.
But here's what I'm gonna put up. So here it is.
29 feet. Gail says 29.97 feet.
Where?
For Agnes?
In Pottstown?
Yeah. Oh, Trinita's saying that Philadelphia, D.C., and Georgia, her friends, all saw Pottstown on the news. So that's why. Oh, so Matt just put up a meme that made me laugh really hard. Philly Jondola will take yous on a water cruise. Water cruise.
We'll take you on a water cruise, and then we'll go
But
get
that's
a
really
hoagie.
that's a legit picture of what
Go
it looked
down
like.
and get a hoagie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it did.
I know.
It was all the way up.
So has
it
that-
almost came up on Vine Street.
U.S. Geologic Survey, Gail
Yes,
says. Yeah.
USGS.
So has that ever happened before on the
What's
Vine
that?
Street Expressway?
Not that I'm aware of. I've seen
Crazy
76 flood out like that. There was a mudslide one time, and it backed up,
Ugh.
and they had to bring in these huge
That's a
trucks
mess.
to move the Jersey Wall. And then once they took the Jersey Wall,
So why is it called the Jersey Wall?
I have no idea. It's a good question. I don't know.
Okay, somebody look that up. Jersey Wall. That's the part that's on the side of the Vine Street?
Yeah, those are like the things when you're going down a divided highway, the cement blocks in the center of the highway.
Oh, that's a Jersey Wall?
That's called a Jersey Wall, that big concrete wall.
Well, the ones that are like this?
Yeah, sometimes they're higher.
Right, but
That's
you
called
see
a
them a
Jersey
lot like
Wall.
this, and sometimes they can move them.
Yeah,
right?
They
Which
can.
is a pretty cool process when if you've ever seen
Yes,
that.
they have that machine that moves them. That's a Jersey wall.
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
I'll look
So
that up.
let us know what people were experiencing with the
Yeah.
flood. Like, we can try to help people get it off their chest. You need to talk about this so that it relieves your PTSD syndrome. We're providing a public service here
Yes.
today
Yeah.
to anyone who has something to say about the flood.
Well, and for a lot of our friends in the neighborhood, in the unit blocks of Chestnut and Walnut and Beach and the Numbers, I mean, those are all really low-lying
Yeah.
parts of town.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're in a flood zone.
Yeah.
And then you have Goose Run that goes underneath. Goose Run's the one.
Is that the one where
runs
the
in front of
stormwater-
the Bainbridges, and then it goes underground and it flows underneath. Like, that's the one that's always
That
causing
collapsed?
a problem for Smale,
Right.
Barb Smale.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, Marcia, you mean?
Marcia,
The one,
yeah,
her house
sorry.
was the one that had the
Yes.
collapse. Yeah. So, Jersey barrier. Got it. Huh. What do you know? Shell says, a good source just told me it went to this is Agnes, I'm assuming you're talking about Shell, went to the second floor of the houses on Chestnut and the Ice House Deli. Yikes. That's pretty high up.
yeah. Conway's was underwater. It used to be Conway's.
Right.
See,
But it's been the Ice House for so long, nobody calls it Conway's.
no, but it used to be.
It used to be,
Because
yes.
that's in Pottstown. You got to tell people what it used to
It
be.
used to be.
Conway's had awesome donuts.
So that was in your time?
When I was a kid, yeah, we would go down there and get donuts from Conway's. They're awesome. They were awesome donuts.
How do they compare to the Ice House donuts?
The Conway's donuts? My memory says that the Conway's donuts were better.
Your memory
Because
might be
they had
skewed
more,
from
they
your
had more
childhood.
of a selection.
Okay.
Conway or Ice House is just doing a couple. Like Conway's, you could go down there and get a jelly filled, the whole 9 yards. I remember
Good
when
fresh
you could
jelly
get
filled
ice.
donut. So good.
I remember when you could get ice at the Ice House. It
Like
was a legit
block, like a block
Yep.
of ice.
And then you
for
could
your
also-
ice box.
Yeah, you could bring your bag,
Right.
and you'd put your quarters into the machine, and it would fill up your bag or your cooler or
Hey,
whatever
Mr.
else you
Kane,
had
how
going
are
on.
you?
We have some
Wait.
more people joining us down here at Pub.
Well, I would like to send a shout out to some of our neighbors. Judy Green says it's the same recipe,
For the donuts that they have.
but just less
it's
of a selection. Yeah.
Less selection.
So our neighbors helped us put together a gazebo, which I'm very happy to report survived the storm last
Did
night.
it?
Yeah, it did.
I was worried
We were a little
about that.
nervous because it was the roof section was a little lit. There wasn't a lot of. There was a very small clearance.
Okay.
The roof pieces like kind of slide into a channel, and there
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of overhang in the channel. So any sort of major winds would have been a concern.
I got you.
But it survived, and
Good.
we're happy. Yeah. So Julian and Jim and Terry Fetterman came and helped Levi put that together. So thank you very much.
So you're having
Yeah.
the next backyard party, is
Yeah,
what
sure.
you're saying.
Yeah,
All right, good.
we are overdue.
I can see our number ship dropping on the screen, but it's being equally taken up by
By the
amount
people
of
that are
people
actually
that are
here.
So
Yes.
if you want to come down and see the show live, we are live at Pub.
Yes,
right
we
now.
are very happy to make the pub our kind of unofficial home. Although we do have some dates coming up where we are going to be traveling.
That's correct.
So do you want to talk about that now?
Where are we traveling to?
Next
I
week?
turned mic 3 on because I could
Okay.
hear her scooping ice.
Oh, right. You
I
turned it off.
I turned it off. Yeah.
So,
Where are we
oh,
going?
we have a question.
Go ahead.
Nicole wants to know if one of our live audience members can find out if the pub is serving food for the Fête en Blanc. Hold the snark. Hold the snark, Mr. Green.
No.
Well, is the pub serving food? I'm sure you can get takeout, but we will ask, Nicole. We will ask and we will report back. So next week we're going to the high school.
Okay. Now
No?
I'm with you. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
No. On the 9th,
Yes.
September 9th,
Yeah.
we're going to take the show to the high school. We're going to be talking to our friend Joe Rusevich
Yes.
from the Foundation for Pottstown Education. He's going to be talking about a fundraiser that's currently being organized by a current senior
Yep.
in the CTE program.
Right.
I think specifically he's working in the building trades CTE program.
Yes.
And they're going to have a fundraiser to redo the floor in the wood shop at the high school.
And an interesting aside is the contractor that is working with them on the floor is a student or a graduate of Pottstown and somebody that went through the CTE. Isn't that what Joe said?
I missed that part of it.
Okay.
That whole email chain came in while I was in the middle of negotiating.
You were wheeling and dealing.
I was wheeling and dealing.
All right, well, good. Hey, listen, you got to keep the lights on. Got to pay for that truck.
I'm still doing that real estate stuff.
Yeah, I'm still doing that legal stuff in spades.
I'm excited because we're actually going to go over to the CTE program.
I've never been there.
Shooting live from inside the CTE, so we've talked about it a bunch on Porchcast.
Yep, our viewers should be familiar with it. We can't shut up about how great it is, and I'm excited to see it in person and to help them with their fundraiser. So get your checkbooks ready, folks.
Oh, I know we're going to have some Porchtonians that are going to chip in. They always step up to the plate. Porchtonians always step up to the plate.
Yes.
So that's a show.
We're going to be going. And then the following week, we're having a little history lesson here.
That's right.
With Todd.
Todd Bainbridge, who's a Pottstown historian. He's a fringer.
He's a fringer. And,
also a Porchtonian.
And his wife, Darlene, coined the phrase Porchtonian. So
he's coming down to give us our Pottstown history lesson.
I enjoy Todd's posts so much. So Todd posts regularly in the Good Old Days of Pottstown group. Yes. And he has just a lot of really interesting, good Pottstown history and great pictures and things. And he does a really great job with the research.
He does. Yeah. And Deb Penron has him plugged in with the Historical Society now. And
great.
Hold on, the mic's not on.
Great.
I gotta turn your mic
Oh,
back.
no, she's just handing. She's just working on some breaking news. All right. Historic crests at Pottstown. And I will say, my mother-in-law already reported this information, 29.97 feet, 6/23/72. So that was June 23rd, 1972.
I'm dealing with the pub's internet.
For Hurricane Agnes. So awesome. Yeah, so Tammy, I also love Todd's posts. It's just really interesting stuff. So I'm going to be out on the 16th because it's Yom Kippur. So Todd's going to sit in with Matt and talk about some great history. Pottstown history.
And we're going to have a guest host. Our backup host is going to be sitting down with us that night.
On the same day?
That would be Matt Moyer.
Excellent.
So we'll see Matt Moyer.
Distinguished Principal of the Year.
Yep. We'll catch up with him a little bit.
Yep.
And then he's going to help me co-host Todd Bainbridge for the Pottstown history lesson.
Great.
That's going to be a great show. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to be traveling to the folks at Hobart's Run in October.
Date yet to be determined.
7th, I think I want to say.
Oh, did we pick the date? I think I put it on my calendar.
Sent me a day.
Yeah.
So we're going to be hearing from Twyla Fisher and our friend Kathy Skitko,
yeah, looking forward to that.
Who is also a regular Porchtonian. So people who have seen Kathy in the comments section
going to get to see her in person.
Her on camera.
Excellent. Are we going to go down to their pad down there?
We're going down to their
Excellent.
office.
Good.
Yeah, or a porch of their choosing.
Their office is nice. That's a cute little building.
You know
down
what that
there.
used to be?
Oh wait, hold on. It used to be a million different things.
I remember it as Miller's Tacos. Somebody back me up on that. I know Jay Morris will remember that as Miller's
All right, well,
Tacos.
check it out. Is Jay over on,
Jay
he hangs out on YouTube sometimes.
He is watching on YouTube, and he was also backing me up that he remembers getting ice from Ice House, too.
Did you have like those, did you get a block of ice with those pinchers? You had like you know what I'm talking about? Like,
I do, and they did sell those, but that's not what we got.
Right,
we would go and get the bag of the loose ice to put in our coolers when we were going down the shore.
Yeah. Excellent. I love it. Miller's it was. Jamie Sanchez. Hey, yes. Jamie, I'm here. I have your cooler, Jamie. You're supposed to be down here picking this up. It was a taco shop, yes.
And Jamie Jamie Sanchez and Tamara Charles are going to be coming down to the show
also
at some point
in October.
In October. Well, we're booked up.
Yeah.
September's booked.
The show's booked fast when we're only on once a week.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're going to be coming in to tell us all the things that are going on with Pottstown Community Action.
Lots of good stuff.
And the block captain program. So for all those people that want to find a way to alleviate trash, address crime, any other concerns in your neighborhood,
sign up to be a block captain.
Jamie Sanchez and Tamara Charles are going to give you a way to put up or shut up. I like that.
Excellent.
Be a contributor.
Yeah.
So what else?
No
is
problem,
going
Jamie.
on?
I got you. I will definitely hook up with you and get you your cooler. As an aside, the most recent highest on the floodplain was 18.27 feet, which was in September of 2011. So it's surprising to me that was the flood in 2019 was not higher than this one in 2011. So that's interesting. The park is taking a beating. Our favorite
park's
Memorial
bad.
Park is taking a beating.
I'll put the slideshow back up for people that might have missed it because they tuned in late. I'll put the.
Yeah.
It's going to require another cleanup effort for sure. You can just tell.
Yep.
It's going to. So that's another way that people can get involved in the community.
Yep.
You know, there's going to be. I think you took a bunch of people down
We did.
there to clean up.
Yeah, in 2019. Yeah, we were shoveling gravel. It was rough.
Right. Looks like Matt Geyer's getting ready to join us down here at Pub.
Okay, I didn't know his name, but I've met him a bunch of times. Yeah.
There you go. So anyway, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
All right, just stick to your origami over there, Bill Brogley.
You took a bunch of people down
Yeah,
there in
in
2019.
2019 after the flood, we got a big crew together and shoveled some gravel. It was hard.
Right.
Down by the on the island. There's like when you pull in, there's like a big flower area, and all around there, all the gravel was all washed away. So we shoveled it back to where it belonged. Yeah, it was hard work.
Okay.
But we got it done.
Good.
Many hands make light work.
That is true.
Yeah.
Join into the.
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, so my friend who I'm seeing this weekend just texted me, "How y'all making out with those floods out there?" Funny you should ask, Susie. So hopefully the worst of it is come and gone, and people can start to dry out with this lovely weather over the weekend. We have, what time is it? I don't have my watch.
6:32.
6:30. Okay, not quite time for news. But can I give a little promo plug?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We do have some new merchandise for Pottstown Go Forth.
Nice.
Got some long sleeve shirts.
We're bringing
Yes.
you the merch.
Nice long sleeve shirts. I believe that Nicole Vickers-Matz was our very first customer. So thank you, Nicole, for your order. You can see our new T-shirts on our Facebook page, Pottstown Go Forth. They are Pottstown. They're not specifically Pottstown Go Forth, but they're Pottstown with our heart logo. So check those out. Deborah Ero, I don't know how the carousel is. You were down there today?
I did, and I was just responding to her. The carousel looked pretty dry to me. Now, they might have
It's
got
just
some water on the floor.
Yeah.
They are just
a little bit higher
bit
up than the park.
Yep.
Because when you pull into the park, you really have to go down that
Correct.
embankment.
Yeah.
So hopefully they
seem pretty high and dry, and I didn't see like any of the high water marks or mud or debris around
that would
there.
indicate that it went up. Yeah.
Maybe they got some water on their floor.
And maybe underneath those garage doors that they have there.
But
Yeah.
they looked pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Glad. Yep, Lisa says they just posted a few puddles, but they're okay. Excellent.
There we go.
So, in addition to our new T-shirts, Pottstown Go Forth has some of our coolers left. Insulated koozie brand cooler. I see Bill Brogley eyeballing it over there. On sale right now for $20. You are going to need something to carry your food and your beverages to the Fête en Blanc. So hook up with me. You can either. Oh, excellent. Sold. I'm going to leave it right here so I can show it off, but thank you very much. I do have some in my car because I'm like that. I'm always driving around with merchandise.
How much is that?
$20.
$20.
It's
So
William
Paul Barogley.
koozie brand. It's got a little bottle opener.
Got an opener?
Yeah. And it's a cute little picnic basket. So, and it's insulated on the inside.
Proceeds go to benefit the
Pottstown Go Forth, of course, yes.
Come on.
Can fit a nice six-pack in there, or some seltzers, or whatever your beverage of choice is, Bill. And a couple of sandwiches, couple of hoagies, maybe some hummus and some cheese and crackers, whatever you desire. But there is our very cute, I'm no QVC host, I know, but there is our very nice. So I won't, don't worry. I know where to find you. So these coolers are made possible by our fireworks sponsor this year, which was Precision Polymer Products, who generously sponsored our fireworks this year, which were fantastic. And then they are co-branded on our cooler here. Deb has one. Deb, well, you got one in June, and it just took delivery today. So, yes, Trinita, you did get the cooler at the fundraiser, the Sunday Fun Day that we had back in June. So anyway, folks, let me know if you would like a cooler. You can pop down right now and get one, or I can get it to you between now and the Fête en Blanc.
How many tax dollars go to support the Go Forth Festival here in the borough of Pottstown?
It's funny that you mentioned that, Matt Green, because 0 tax dollars go to support the Pottstown Go Forth Festival. It is all funded by sponsorships, donations, and things that we sell, like this cooler.
Nice.
So 0 tax dollars. We don't even get the park for free. We have to rent the park.
Right.
We pay Parks and Rec, which we're happy to do. We pay Parks and Rec for the use of the park.
So everybody should chip in so that we can continue to have one of the premier 4th of July celebrations in the region.
It really was excellent. Oh, thank you. My mother-in-law is buying one. See, look, I just sold 2 coolers right here. Awesome.
You're awesome.
My work here is done. I can go home.
Bringing you
If I can sell 5 total before the end of the show, I'll be very happy. So come on, 3 more people. Step up. I think Brooke Martin wants one. We'll see what we can do. So that's it. And check out our merch just in time for the cool fall weather. Long sleeves. Pottstown with the heart logo. I think I'm going to get a Pottstown tattoo. Will that make me OG if I get a Pottstown tattoo?
Absolutely. You're going to get that heart one?
I am.
For reals? For
I
realsy?
I think I realsy might.
All right. Could we porchcast that?
What, me getting a tattoo?
Yeah.
All right, let me think about it.
It might keep your mind off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're talking,
Yeah.
you're concentrating on that, and you might not be apt to feel the pain.
No, it's not that painful.
You have a tattoo?
I have this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's like a little one.
Little one. I have another one too, not visible. Not visible to anybody except for Levi. and my not to Levi and my doctors.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Lisa says, "Do it, do it." All right.
That's 2 votes for doing it.
All right. Yeah, maybe. How about if I sell 5 coolers, maybe I'll do it. How about that?
I want to take an impromptu poll
Okay.
about Porchcast Pottstown merch.
Okay.
We've had a couple of different requests for different merch, and I'm curious to see what type of merch people want from Porchcast Pottstown. We did the t-shirts. Mm-hmm. We did the hats. Mm-hmm. We have bumper stickers. Mm-hmm. And we have magnets.
Yep.
What else do people want? Throw it up in the comments. Let me know. I'll see what we can do. We'll give Jay Morris a little bit more.
Yeah, a little business.
A little bit more business. But if there's something that you want, let us know, and I'll try to work on it.
My friend Kaylee, who is coming to visit from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She's coming to visit at the end of September. She bought a hat, and I've been saving it for her because it's ridiculous to ship something to Canada.
Oh,
it's
is it?
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it probably costs more than the hat's worth.
It's definitely $20, if not more. Right. And then I think there might be some sort of a tariff, like an import, like she has to pay to receive it or something.
That's
ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So when she comes down, you're going to give it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to her.
And then our merch is going to make it to Canada.
In Canada, they call it a toque.
A toque.
Yes, they call it a toque. Yes.
All right. Let us know what kind of merch you want. And I'll see if I can get it going. Get it going on. I see somebody looking for a Pilsner or a stemless wine glass. Write that one down. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Okay.
Thanks, Liz Harper. That's actually not a bad idea. Liz is one of our neighbors. She lives around on, I think, Chestnut Street. Confirm that for me, Liz.
Oh, great. Thanks for tuning in.
She has a super cool backyard. She posts up on Facebook. Her and her husband have a smoker and a grill and a little chill area with some plantings and stuff. And her husband's always really making something good on his grill and his smoker. He was doing salmon.
Right,
and he
so
was
that
doing
wafts right up
pastrami.
to your
Yeah. My man's got it going on.
Could have like a smoke-off in the hood.
I know. We should have one. We had one before. Now that we're free to mix and mingle, maybe we should do that. We should do a Porchcast
Yeah.
smoke-off.
So pills or wine glass, and Tammy wants a bag, like a canvas bag, like
She
that kind
lives
of a bag.
on North Franklin Street. Cool.
Okay.
She's a fringer.
All right, writing down these merch suggestions. All right, excellent. Thank you. I can never have enough like canvas bags. That's what I bring my lunch to work. So great suggestions, folk. Thank you. Insulated mug and
Or
hoodie.
A hoodie.
Nicole loves a hoodie.
All right, we'll see
That's
what
our
we
second.
can do.
That's our second request today for a hoodie.
All right.
All right.
We'll see. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Jay Morris, I'll be giving you a call. Run some numbers for me.
See what we can get. All right.
All right, we're at 6:41.
All right.
And I know we have a whole bunch of news and events and stuff going on.
You think?
And again, folks, if there's something that you want us to talk about, if you think we forgot about something or are overlooking your event, please throw it up into the comments. And
All right,
we'll
Tammy,
get
I
it
got
into
you.
the convo.
Shell Hallman says a 20-ounce stainless steel mug. That's very specific. 20-ounce stainless steel mug or a Yeti. You know who does those custom? Is right over there.
Laserworks.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what you can do. You can take that sticker.
And stick it right on your existing mug.
Brooke Martin did that. It's been lasting over a year now.
Wow.
When Jay Morris...
Does that mean she never washes her mug?
No, I think
Oh, okay.
it went all the way across country. I think she could confirm that for us, but it went all the way across country. And when Jay Morris picked those stickers, he tested them out in his washer, his
Oh,
dishwasher.
nice.
That one, the brand of sticker that we have,
Is the best one.
is the best one.
That was excellent product testing. Thanks,
It
Jay.
was. It worked great.
All right. In time for gift giving. Excellent. Good idea, Liz Yoder. All right. The state of Pennsylvania would like to remind you and ask you, is your voter registration up to date?
Or if you need to change your information, if you've moved, if you've had a change of address,
Yeah. Have you recently moved? Changed your name?
got married, got divorced,
Yeah.
like Trinita Brand.
Yes. Got a different name.
Trinita,
Got to make sure that everything is up to date. So the next election in Pennsylvania is November 2nd. Yes. And it is that what we would call a midterm election?
Yes, it is.
It?
It's a midterm.
Okay.
But there are also some
Local?
Yeah, some local stuff gets voted in, and
Right.
yeah,
Yep.
like you'll be voting for your borough councilors
Oh, okay.
on the 2nd.
Okay, important
So,
stuff.
Yeah, anybody who's up for election.
Right. I bet you there's probably some school board elections happening also.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's important.
Yeah, make sure that you are registered. So now we're about roughly 2 months out. So you've got time to get this stuff all squared away.
October 18th is the deadline for changing your registration.
Yep.
Trinita,
Yep.
make sure you take care of that.
So votespa.com/register. Votes, VOTESPA.com/register, and you can register to vote. So if you're not registered at all, or you need to change your name or change your address, then you want to take care of that. You do not want Philip Tees to kick you out of your polling location because you are
Give me that URL again.
It is VotesPA. No, VotesPA.com
Oh, votespa.com
/register.
Register.
Yep.
So disregard that URL, Trinita, and look at the one in the main.
The corrected one.
Yeah.
Got it.
Votes.com. Yeah, so
Yep.
you have until October 10th to get that done.
October 18th. Yep.
October 18th, I'm sorry. October 18th.
But don't wait. Just do it now. Get it over with.
Just get it done.
Yep.
You have to do all that other stuff anyway, so you might as well get it done. Here's the other thing, too, and I want somebody else to confirm this. I think it's legit,
Okay.
but has
Oh, yeah.
anyone else gotten an update from the census asking to participate in an additional census survey?
Anyone?
Has anyone else got that notification? I did. I want to talk about it on the show, one way or the other. If it's legit, I'll talk about it. If it's not legit, we'll add that to letting people know about the different scams that are going on.
Yeah, so we had a lot of discussion about the census last year or in the spring. When was that? I don't know. Everything's all running together. Was that this year or last year?
It was in the spring it was.
No, it was 2020. It was so it was last year. So anyway, we talked a lot about the census, but the results just were released, and it looked like there were some surprising numbers in Pottstown that didn't seem reflective of our demographic.
No.
Right?
No.
So.
I saw those. We were talking about some of those numbers at our last Pottstown Cluster of Religious Communities meeting, because those census numbers are super important.
For when you're applying for grants and things.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we went over some of the numbers that being reported, not just here in Pottstown, but in Montgomery County.
Yeah.
And they're skewed.
They're not representative
No.
of the true population.
No.
Yeah.
So there are some populations that unfortunately are now going to miss out on certain types
services.
of funding.
Yeah, because they are underrepresented because they didn't participate. It's a big issue, right?
So just let me know. I know there was a bunch of people that were helping with the census in
Yeah,
one way, shape,
Trinita
or
was
form.
like a local census
spokesperson.
Yeah. So she's saying she and Liz Yoder and Tammy and a bunch of other people are saying no, they hadn't seen or heard anything like that. So
all right, I'm going to do a little bit more research.
Get on the Google.
I'll report back to everybody.
Yep.
I'll add that to my list of reporting duties.
Yes.
For Porchcast Pottstown.
This weekend, coming up, Pottstown Nights Car Show from 5 to 9 right here on High Street, right behind us. And this is from 5 to 9. Mike Murphy was here last time and talked about the special guest whose name I cannot remember.
Paul Tuttle.
Oh, it's right here. So there will be raffles, military vehicles. That'll be pretty cool if you got little kids to bring them out in like big,
I'm excited
tanks
for them.
kind of stuff.
They're cool.
Be a little kid.
Yeah.
Classic cars. There's going to be bands and DJs, and then the honoree is Paul Tuttle.
And they
from American Chopper.
Right. And Veterans Island is also going to have 3 honorees down here, meeting and greeting.
At the car show?
Correct.
Great.
And those are the people that they're going to be honoring for Memorial Day.
For veteran, well, we'll get to that. That's in my stack later.
Well, Veterans Island, they might have to change the location of that now because of the flood.
Maybe.
So we'll have to catch up with Mike Murphy and see if we can get an update.
Yeah.
Add that to your list for me.
Yeah, got it.
And I'll
take a
reach out
letter,
to Mike.
Maria. All right.
But yeah, the Pottstown Night Car Show. Chris Golden's super excited for that. She loves coming down and walking around at those things. You always see 100 people that you haven't talked to for a little while. So come on down.
Yep.
Sponge is playing at Rivet.
Yes.
Sponge. Mm-hmm. And the name of their song, their hit song, just flew right out of my mind. But I know who
I do not know.
is.
Yeah, I know who they are too. But yeah, so that's cool.
If you remember the name of the hit Sponge song, throw that up in the comment
Throw that in
section.
yeah. All right. Also, Matt, I know you're very excited to do some butterfly tagging this weekend. I think you have to go just to check it out and to ask some questions.
I have some serious questions about this butterfly
I'm sure
tagging.
they wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't safe for the butterflies.
I know.
There's like a butterfly expert
But I told
guy.
you about my deer tagging experience. And those
you think that it hindered the deer's development?
Yes.
Yeah, affected them.
The deer that had the radio collars on them always looked scrawny and scraggly, and they were always standing off by themselves away from the other
And
deer.
they had a collar?
Yeah,
An
they had a
actual
radio collar.
They were not asked to join in any of the deer games?
They were not asked to join in any reindeer games. I watched it happen.
All right. Well, so the farm is this Saturday at Smith Plaza from 9 to 1. From 11 to 1, there's a talk about monarch butterflies. Oh, Kelly Wolfel has been putting up a lot of pictures of the butterflies in her yard. They're really pretty.
Yeah.
So from 11 to 1, there's a talk about the monarch butterflies and their travel path. And then there will be butterfly tagging and the release of the butterflies. So we don't know what's about Molly plowed.
Yeah, those
plowed.
are the sponge
Okay,
songs.
those are the sponge songs.
They're
All right.
posting up the songs.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. That would be Tammy Vontner and Ashley Rose.
Yes.
Now, the butterflies, Liz Harper, who lives on Franklin Street, by the way, I thought it was closer to us, but it's not, is saying her monarchs are pretty. Okay, so we're not making any references to her body.
Right.
We're saying the monarchs that she likes
The actual butterflies.
are pretty.
Got it.
Kelly Woelfels?
Yeah.
Is she making like cards with the monarchs on them, or is she hatching butterflies at her house?
No
I'm looking for
butterflies were
clarification.
harmed. No, I think they're at her house. I think she has a butterfly garden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. So anyway, if somebody please, if Matt's not going to go to the butterfly tagging, can somebody please
What
go?
time is it?
It's from 11 to 1 on Saturday. I'm going to be out of town, otherwise I would go. But I think that we need somebody to go, and we need somebody to report. Please.
I will try to go.
Yes.
I will try to go.
Okay.
They've got a good crowd down here
Yes.
tonight at
Very
Pub,
nice.
folks. Pub is
Very
hopping.
nice. Well, it's the start of a holiday weekend, right?
Come on down to Pub.
All right. Moving into September 18th, there's a few things happening. Oh, wait. I'm going to back up and talk about the pet fair. The pet fair is on Saturday, September 11th, and that is allegedly at the park. We'll have to double check and make sure the park, that's only a week away.
We're going to have to really
Hopefully the
find
park
out what's
is
going to happen with
hopefully
these
the park
activities.
is going to be okay for that event. I'm sure that they are going. I'm sure they had a very busy day today at the Parks and Recreation Department.
They had to have.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they had barriers to put out, because when things like this happen, they get attached to Public Works. The workers from Parks and Rec.
Sure, they have to
Yeah.
go and clean all that stuff up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Pet Fair, we'll report back on that next week once we have that confirmation, but that is supposed to be Saturday from like 10 to 2 at Memorial Park. September 18th is the Mosaic Fall Garden Tour. That's from 8 to noon, and you can purchase tickets in advance for $20, $25 on the day of the tour. Tour plus lunch is $50. Rain date for the tour is the 25th. And you can go to the Mosaic Community Land Trust Facebook page or website page to get information about buying tickets. See you, Mr. Kane, for the garden tour, which is in is Pottstown and Boyertown?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It's a joint effort
Yes.
between those two communities.
Got it. So Pottstown, members of Pottstown Community Arts, the Art Committee of Mosaic, will have their artwork on display at the garden at 423 Chestnut Street, and a portion of the artwork sold will be donated to Pottstown Community Arts. So that'll be a nice event. Rain date is on the 25th.
Do you know David Brangoscio?
Who's asking?
I'm asking.
Well, my dad is David, but are you talking
This
about...
is a young man
That's my...
on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's my nephew. Hey,
He's
David.
watching.
Hey. So David came into town last week with his wife, Angela, and we gave them the total Pottstown tour, which was really fun.
David, did you subscribe to Porchcast Pottstown yet?
He can be our 101th subscriber. 101th.
I think we're past
our
the
101th.
I know who the
101st.
I know who the 100th subscriber was,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do something special for that person.
Maybe once we get our
Just-
new merchandise.
Yes.
Yes.
Just give me a little bit of time.
All right.
But I know who the 100th
I'm writing it down.
was. I'll tell you after the
100th
show.
subscriber. All right.
I just was throwing names
Okay.
out there.
Yeah, so David and his wife Angela were in town last week. We had such a good time showing them around Pottstown. It was really fun to show it off. So thank you for being such good guests and going around Pottstown with us. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we had a good time. We came here for a drink. The summer block party, the Hobart's Run summer block party, which was supposed to be last week, got rained out. So they have moved that to the 18th, September 18th. So I'm assuming that's at the same time from 4 to 7 on Beach Street between Green and Edgewood.
Right.
They are still, I'm sure, looking for volunteers because with the date change, they may have lost some of their volunteers. So go to the Hobart's Run page. They've got a sign-up genius there where you can sign up to volunteer. And that should be a fun event. It'll be a little bit cooler, I'm sure, a few weeks out. September 25th is the event at Veterans Island, honoring Pottstown veterans. So that is September 25th from 11 to 1. That's at Memorial Park on the island. We will double check that for you as well once we know that what the situation is down at the park, how it held up.
Here's the other thing I would say, too, because I know a lot of people that watch the show are involved in these organizations. So if you're out there listening and you know what's going to happen with some of these things as far as rain dates or alternate locations, let
Chime
Amy
in.
or I know so that we can add that to the news section on Porchcast Pottstown on Thursdays at 6.
Yep. So the 25th, there's going to be, for that veterans event, there will be a motorcycle ride event kickoff. So that starts at 0900 hours.
That's correct.
That's 9 a.m. At Kelsey O'Shea's, which is on Main Street in Douglasville.
Yeah, that's on 724 there. If
Yep.
you're heading out towards French Creek State Park on 724, Kelsey O'Shea's is on the right-hand side. Yep.
So like where Tim's Ugly Mug was, like in that?
No, it's way before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
It's
then
in Union Township, which is right over the line in Chester County. Yeah.
you know me. I need a passport to get there.
I know. It's a little bit outside of your
my comfort bubble.
Yeah.
KSU. Do you know what that means, Matt? Do you know what that means? KSU sharply at 1000 hours.
I don't know KSU.
I don't know what that means.
It's a military term.
Motorcycle ride event kickoff 900 at Kelsey O'Shea's. Then they're going to motorcycle down to the island where they will have the Glass Tier Awards. They will be honoring Dave Garner, who is a local attorney right here in town, Michael Gmitter, and Robert Edmonds. So those are the three honorees.
Dave Garner was a Marine. Did you know that?
It says right here, USMC.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I do a lot
You
of
do work with him,
I do
right?
a lot of work with Dave Garner in the housing space here in Pottstown. Dave's committed to housing revitalization in the borough of Pottstown. He's one of the founding members of the Pottstown Housing Coalition.
Oh, did not know that.
And he's also currently, I believe, on the board of Mosaic Community Land Trust.
And he has been a continued supporter of Pottstown Go Forth.
Yep.
So we appreciate that. Yeah.
Good guy.
Jamie Sanchez says it's a motorcycle term.
Okay.
So, all right.
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
So that is that.
I wasn't in the military, and I wasn't
You're not a
a
motorcycle guy.
I love motorcycles. I've just never owned one.
Yeah. The Pottstown Rotary Club event that was supposed to be last night.
Kick stands up. KSU.
Oh,
Kick
got it.
stands
Thank
up,
you.
Ready to roll.
So that is. So the
1,000 hours.
staging is at 0900.
Right.
Kick stands up. That means that we're rolling out. 10 a.m.
Rolling,
So the Pottstown
rolling.
Rotary event, they were going to have somebody speaking from Total Recycle from Mascaros about the recycling program. That was canceled last night because of the storm.
Okay.
Which I'm very excited it was canceled because I couldn't go last night, and I hope to be able to attend when that is rescheduled. So I do know that some folks, Jamie and Tamara, I think, were going to attend it. So Jamie let me know that it was canceled. So we'll let you all know when that is rescheduled if somebody wants to go and be a guest of Rotary for that event. There is the Ride for the River fundraiser for Schuylkill River Greenways. That's on Saturday, September 25th. A lot going on that day. There are different levels of rides for the Ride for the River. You can go to Schuylkill River Greenways. Just Google Schuylkill River Greenways Ride for the River, and you can sign up for the event, either a family fun ride, a 16-mile ride, or a 35-mile ride. And at the end, you can ride right down to the Sly Fox Can Jam. We took my nephew and his wife to Sly Fox.
Did you?
And my family, his dad, my brother, loves Sly Fox. And,
I like it too.
Yeah,
I like the wings.
So we took him
I
there.
like the pizza.
Oh, their wings are delicious. Yes. The Tri-County Democrat local chapter is having a comedy fundraiser at Soul Joel's on September 30th. That's a Thursday at 7 p.m. I've not been there. You've been there.
Yes.
Soul Joe's.
It's a good time.
They have really big names that
they do
come and headline there.
The biggest name that comes into my mind that everybody would know would be Andrew Dice Clay.
Dice, yeah.
Dice Man goes there.
Yep.
Jamie Kennedy from the Jamie Kennedy Experiment was just there. A bunch of people.
If they can get Aunt Mary Pat
Jim
there,
Brewer.
I'll go.
Jim
That
Brewer
guy
did a set there.
Yeah. Love that guy in Half Baked. He was really funny. So that is $20 per ticket. That's Thursday, September 30th at 7 p.m. I don't think it says who's going to be there.
interviewed Joel from Soul Joel's on my other show, the Cast at Glocker.
Yeah.
And he was saying that the big name guys really like that venue because it's small and it's intimate.
Yep.
And if they're working on material that's not quite ready
It's a good
for
place
their
to-
big
Right.
show, it's a good place to work out their
Right.
new material. You might hear jokes that you've never heard from that comedian
Premiering
before.
in our local comedy club.
Yeah. He said
Cool.
he said that he really is impressed with the response that it's getting from the comedians.
got it.
They like being there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that is it's a fundraiser for the Tri-County Dems. However, it's no politics, no speeches, just comedy. And Soul Joel's is BYOB, and it's outdoors. So bring your lawn chairs, bring your cooler.
Yes. Support your local Democrat.
Yeah,
And remember, October 18th.
Deadline for changing your voter registration.
That's correct.
Yep. I got an email from Paid today about the storm. There are some resources. The county has established a website with up-to-date information on recovery efforts and resources for residents and business owners who suffered storm damage. Importantly, the county is asking any property owners to complete a form as part of the process of documenting damage. Information is critical to ensuring that resources are made available. So if you go to the Montco, PA website, there is a special page, if you will, for the Hurricane Ida information. As we've talked about on the show before, the Montco, PA website is very easy to navigate.
I was impressed, actually.
Yep.
Because some government websites suck.
Yeah.
But the Montco, PA website is
right on.
really easy to
whether you're on your desktop or on your mobile, it's really easy to get around. So there's, go to the website. I'm sure there'll be like a huge button at the top for Hurricane Ida to document your damage. There's a damage assessment form that you can fill out.
It's like the census. If you don't fill it out, they don't know how much help our area needs.
Yeah, and also, if you don't ASK, you don't GET. Yep. So, that all of that information is there on the county website. So check that out if you were unfortunate enough to have damage. There's also hurricane updates. You can text Montco Ida to 888-777. Montco Ida. That's what it says, Montco Ida.
I see that. I see that.
All right. And then moving into October, we have our first October event, and then I'm done.
Okay. We're coming down to the end of the show. Anyway.
The folks that put on the art show and cemetery cleanup at Edgewood last spring had...
Our friend Bronwyn D. Masso.
Bronwyn of the Fort.
That's correct.
Yeah. So they had such a great turnout and a great success with that cleanup and art show that they are doing on October 23rd. So it is $40 for a table if you are an artist and you want to set up a table. And if you want to come out with your rake and your gloves and clean up and take care of the cemetery, that would be greatly appreciated. But go to the Edgewood Historic Cemetery Facebook page and find the information there about Edgewood Eddie's art show.
And cemetery cleanup?
And cemetery cleanup. Yep.
Are they going to do a cleanup?
Yep, they're doing
again
cleanup.
Too?
Yep, there's Edgewood Eddie, the hawk.
The place needs love. Remember, folks, it's an abandoned cemetery. The only people that take care of it
Volunteers.
are us.
Yep.
Yeah, the people that volunteer.
Yep.
Kathy Skitko's involved in that. Andrew
Yep.
Monastra is leading the charge currently.
Yep, and Bronwyn helping out with this.
Bronwyn helping out.
Yep.
So if you want to see...
Tammy says it was a good cleanup. Why am I not surprised that you were there, Tammy?
She
The
was
best
there
volunteer.
with Phil.
Yeah.
And
They're
I was
awesome.
chipping wood and stuff. I saw them out at the last cleanup. I've been going to as many of them
Yeah.
as I can because I feel
You just like to use a
strongly-
chainsaw, don't you?
I do.
Right.
I do. And I got to use a chainsaw with my buddy William Paul Barocci.
I hope that he was wearing appropriate shoes,
We
not
did.
his Birkenstocks.
No, we were properly
Bill is over there
attired
making
and
origami.
outfitted.
Can you show that little origami bird?
Oh yeah, Bill's
So
folding origami.
Bill brought us
for
this little bird here. He's trying to get all zen over there or something. I don't know.
I feel strongly about taking care of the cemetery because those are the people. They're
They
the
cannot-
founders of our fathers.
And also-
they're our founding fathers
They
here
also
in Pottstown.
cannot speak for themselves.
They can't.
And it is really a true work of altruism when you do a good deed for somebody that can't repay
no
you
way they
in
can repay
any way.
you.
But we owe it to our those that have gone before us. So this is Bill's lovely little swan.
They're also about cancer.
What? Huh?
Cancer.
What about it?
Hey, I just got a. Hey guys,
Okay.
I just got a really cool update from Restream, which is the software that I use to stream. We got 100 messages today through Restream chat. That means 100 messages.
Okay.
So of the people watching back and forth,
Right.
we got 100 different messages from the Porchtonians today.
It seems like we got more than that just on the Facebook. Tammy
Well-
said they had a nice lunch for the volunteers at Edgewood. So if you put in the work, you can get lunch.
My
Yep.
point is, thank you for participating in the show. That's the analytics
That we
we're
need.
talking about.
Yeah.
Because if these companies that we're using to get the message out see that we get a lot of comments, they're going to show our show to more people.
They think that we're popular and stuff?
They think that we're popular and stuff. And it will help us here in Pottstown
Yeah.
get the positive word out about the things that are going on in Pottstown.
Which was the whole purpose of the show
The
from day
whole
one.
purpose. Thank you, everyone, for participating in the show.
Who is Bruce Arnold? Is that a friend of yours?
That's one of
Yeah?
one of William Paul Brogley's
He says
buddies.
that Bill's been making origami swans since he was in his 20s.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill. Bill's a good guy.
Yeah.
I break his stones a lot on Facebook, but he is a really good guy.
Right. All right. It's after 7. No wonder I'm
is.
starving.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap
You
it
want
up.
to wrap this up?
Break it down, my friend.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Remember, we like likes, we like shares, we like subscribers on YouTube. Help us spread the word. This show is nothing without
Nothing.
your participation.
Zilcho.
The Porchtonians are contributors to society.
Yes.
And we're going to give you more and more opportunities to prove that over and over again.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. Amy Wolf is the lovely lady boss down there at Wolf Baldwin and Associates. They have been bringing you fine legal service in the borough of Pottstown since 1973.
Long time.
Long time. I am Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. I am still doing that real estate stuff. Do you need to find higher ground? Well, guess what?
You just did that right there on the spot, didn't you?
I can help you.
I love it.
Give me a call if you need help selling or buying in the Tri-County area. That would be Chester, Montgomery, and Berks County. We are Porchcast. Let's talk.